Good evening everyone and welcome to the channel. My name's FRillustrations and today we'll be going through a tutorial on how to create a avatar. I'm going through this today with Artquest. It's basically a book I bought from a guy called Nick who's created a PDF document that you can buy, and it's basically improving your art skills into a game. And it's quite an interesting concept, so I thought I need to get on board with this. I need to have a little bit of fun here and see what we can do. So what we'll do today, we'll go through the basics of how it starts, what you're going to do in the beginning, and maybe throughout the weeks, if you guys are interested, we could see what we create and how we improve. So what I'll do, we'll go through to the next part. So here we go, we've got the actual main cover. The next bit we're interested in today is the avatar creation introduction. So I've skipped a little bit here. It's about how to play the game. You know, the reason why Nick has come up with this book. But what we're interested in today is the avatar creation. And as you can see here, we've got a little bit of text explaining what you're going to do. Like with any RPG game, you're going to create a character to start off with. So it's giving you a little bit of insight here into the character creation, some tips, and a little section underneath which pops up every now and again when Nick gives a little tips throughout the book to help you. So we're going to go into the actual character creation that I'm going to do now. It's pretty simplistic, but hopefully, you guys can do something a hell of a lot better. So here we go into the actual main creation itself. So I've decided to do this project digitally, and I'm using Photoshop to do so. So starting off with a blank piece of paper, if you will, I'm literally going to start creating some basic shapes to come up with my character. So literally, as you can see, a bean kind of shape there is what is going to be my head. Now, when I come to doing any digital art, what I tend to do is I use a blue brush, a blue chalk brush, to start laying down some basic shapes. I will also use a white brush to try and carve those shapes to refine them slightly, and you'll probably see as we start going through, we're just slowly adding more shapes, carving them out, refining them a bit until we get something that resembles a character. Now, as you can see, pretty simplistic right now and very, very sketchy. But as we continue to go, I carry on toying around with it, making slight little edits, and that's the great thing about digital art. It's so easy to play around with it to get it looking exactly how you want. Whereas if you were doing it traditionally and pressing quite dark with your pencils, you might have to start again, which is a bit of a nightmare. And as you can see, we continue to grow. The character's helmet wasn't quite what I wanted, so I literally rubbed that out and put a nice small one in there, give it a little bit of comical value. And I thought, wow, he's a Viking looking character, so let's chuck in an axe there. So on the first layer, we've got the blue sketched out lines. As you can see now, just around the eyes, we've started to add a little bit of ink, and this is basically done on another layer. I am going to ink the outlines I want to keep, and till we get a clean image. So here, nice and quickly, you can see that I have outlined the lines that I want, and we get to a point where we are completely inked and we are ready to start colouring. So all I'm going to do now is put a block colour in there. So I've literally gone for a sort of skin tone, and then I will put solid colours over the top of that just to help define the character and start giving him some depth. Now we're pretty much there with the solids. Quite simplistic, very cartoony looking, and I think, you know, I've done this on TikTok as a fun little stream for people to join in and draw at the same time. So it was a bit of fun to do, and it's just trying to get people to see how I operate when I draw digitally. As you can see, so we've got the solid colors down, and then we have started adding shade. Now when we're adding shade, this is something else that you're gonna have to start thinking about now if you're new to art, and it's one of those big fundamentals that you're gonna need. But as you can see, we're adding shadow and shade into it, so you've got to think, where is that light source coming from? As you can see, we've got the shadow coming all around this side, so it's telling me the light source is coming from over here somewhere. And as we continue to go through it, I mean, it's not going to develop too much further. Like I said, it's quite simplistic, but you can see we've added the shadow, and we've even added a little bit of highlights, just where we would see some of the light shining directly off the skin, or maybe off a shiny metallic surface. And this is basically what we ended up with. I think that is pretty much the character done. I didn't really want to add there we go, yeah. So I didn't want to go too crazy. I didn't want to add a background. I just wanted to do something nice and quick that people could follow along with. And this is the avatar that I've created as my startup character for Artquest. If you guys want to play along, create your own avatar, feel free to draw it, send it to me in Instagram or however you'd like to do it. If you're on TikTok, feel free to do it that way as well. I can feature them in the upcoming videos. So earlier on today, we actually started mission 1, and that will be in my next video. In this video, I will show a couple of avatars that have already been created by some of the guys that were interested in this project. But if you are interested and want to see your art on this video, send it to me via Instagram, via Facebook, via TikTok. All that information will be in the description below, and you know, have some fun with it and join in. Let's try and improve our art together. But there we go, that is what I've created, and what I will do now is I will show you what other people have done so far, and it's really impressive what people have done. We'll start off with, hopefully this will load up straight away. So this is X's. Basically X has taken it to another level. They've not only created their own personalized avatar that represents them, but they've turned it into a monster as well, which I thought was a really cool idea. Then we've got Chili, who is someone else who decided to get involved, and as you can see, we've got this really cool avatar that's got a demon kind of feel to it. We've got some crazy long hair, a really evil looking hand. I mean, it's just epic. And then earlier on today, when I was doing the first mission, someone else had to get involved, and this is Sketch Ugly Art, as he's referred to on TikTok. But he started, it's not quite finished yet, but this is what he's come up with, and we've also seen a bit of a Viking feel here, but yeah, it's looking really cool. So that's three people that have got involved so far. If you want to get involved as well, feel free to do so. Anything you send my way, I will put on the videos, and hopefully we can all prove our art skills together. Thanks for stopping by, and hopefully you enjoyed this vid, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Geek out, everyone.